Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tyranny. So, in the last episode, we bought a few things. Like we bought this. Cause yay, better armor. Cause technically it was better than that other armor we had. Bought in the previous video. Cause iron shit is a lot better than bronze shit. That's why this common, well, I guess fine helm hill is a lot better than, like, most superior bronze helms, just because it's made out of iron. We need better boots, though. And we haven't really found better boots. What we really want is that frickin' spire upgrade that lets me craft shit, because we have quite a few things now for crafting. We just don't have access to it. Cause, like, Barrack stuff needs that. Lantry's quill needs that. I probably should get her a stick. What if I unequip that? Can she? I don't think she can do it well. Huh. Do I even have any one-handed weapons to test? No. Huh. No, because I don't think she can even do. Might put her down to like same thing as Lantry, but I'm not sure. Might keep her with a stick. The problem with a stick though is, yeah, it's so I need a better stick. And so far we don't have a better stick. What bothers me about Ebb though is she's supposed to be a mage, right? Yet they gave her shit lore. Like, nothing really, well, I guess that does. I was gonna say, not much really helps her lore so far. That's way down now. That's, yeah, I need at least another point and something before we can even get down now. And that's stacks. Especially if I was getting a larger area with that. Anyway. Focus. So in this episode we are going to go talk to the important people. As we've seen a lot of last episode talking to Siren and feeling sad. Well, not sad, but jeez. Now her shit was dark as fuck. Also, I realized there was a problem here. Because my order of operations says, yeah. That's how it should be. Actually, Ebb, you're mage, so I want like this now. Well. I know it's a weird placement, but yeah, it actually works better because I want my casters in the back. They don't need to actually be behind each other, but yeah. Barrack should technically be in the front, so I can tank shit. But they should definitely be in the back. Like as far back as... There we go. Even further back. So they don't get attacked as often. But anyway, you seem to be one of the important people, so let's talk with you. Good day to you, Fatebinder. Sarah gives you a brief salute. She didn't stand to attention. My name is Ventara. Welcome to Leftman's Crossing. And it's been a while since I took a leave at the crossing. Glad to see you have everything in order. Barrack nods. Barrack, I've seen you since the March and Start. It seems you've done well for yourself since then. What happened to you out there? Picked up some extra baggage along the way. Nothing I can't handle. Well, you look a mess. First chance you get, I want to see you in proper uniform, understood? Yeah, about that. What can I help you with? Yeah, can you get me some information what's happening in Leftman's Crossing? Our current orders are to garrison Lepers Crossing. We are to secure the safety of the fort, found the sanctity of Kyrus Lodge, and the well-being of the settlers. Dealing with a gang of free state mercenaries, we need to club back to the setting sun. Well, that's not the official order, but you get the idea. This is a small matter of a thief in town, but I'm not bothered with such trifles right now. I'm sure my soldiers can handle it. Man, we came and ask about that. Well, let's go talk to the elder. See if they have anything going on. Because basically, so far we haven't even picked up a single real crest hill, except for updating Barrett's crest. What does he have under his bed? He has potions. You're hiding potions? Sus. We're having the battle. Grain? Okay.
I'll stay downwind of our enemies.
And nothing hit. Okay, fine. I have to make sure it's the AI set to do everything right. Hopefully. The fact the main character doesn't get an AI set still bothers me. Sunburnt man dips his head in green. An outsider never arrives alone. At least that's what my mother says. Seems you know what she was talking about. I stop her some words. I'm Eldian. Welcome to Lefthand's Crossing. Well, if it isn't Tunion's Fate Binder. Welcome back to the crossing. Haven't seen you around here since you put the disfavored in charge of everything. And looked you over. I must say my memory seems to be fair. Something I know that I'd say. The way people talk about how you came through and drove the Brotherhood out of town, you should be 10 feet tall and shoot lightning from your eyes. Seems to be being a little more human. Can't always tell the content of a pie from its crust though, can you? Thank you for the disfavored town had been too bad. At least you didn't choose a scarred cars to be our overlords. But not for my prattling. You didn't come here for a history lesson to get my opinion of your grandeur. The educator sent you for the Archon's song, I assume. I already took her. What's that about the Archon's song? And Siren, the songbird, there's like half the town she's got mooning over her in that hovel or whatever. It's on the first hill if you want to find her. Feel free to take her with you when you go. Seeing as you're not here for her, what can I do for you? I already took her back to my spire. It's fine. Questions? Yeah, questions about settlement. I'm the one to ask. I have the dubious distinction of being the oldest living resident of Lefthand's Crossing. So I've been here for a lot of its history. Eyes, hips, hair, and hearing might be failing, but my mind still remembers everything that happened here. Oh God. Tell me about the crossing's history. Yeah, question about what's going on to the glass I'm gonna ask. Oh Jesus fucking Christ. Going to just let the words sink on the screen. So that pretty much remember. So you build the old walls, bridges. So what did you settle here? Necessity. And the iron, plain and simple. Where does the Brotherhood want this place? Land, beanstalk, here along the Nile, so maybe it's consider home too. All her stuff. How with the spire. No getting used to it. You think after years of living under a shadow that your nerves would calm, but that happened for me. You'll be so relaxed when you're neighbors of the pain. Or you let your guard down on one of those old walls, my friend, you're done. And therefore it's a complete madness that if you venture inside and forge sealed passageways, the main pass was wandered too far beyond the entrance. Surely that meant the bank couldn't easily reach us either. Very clear this monstrosity wanted us to stay out, and that's exactly what we've done. But can I enter the old walls? Why should you enter? Surely there's another. But here's the thing, it's illegal to enter the old walls. So wouldn't that piss off people? Nobody would stop you, Facepun, if that's what you mean. If you have business, nobody would stop you. Isn't the display gonna stop me? Isn't it against the law? You know, if that's what you mean. If you have business, I can only assume. That must be an important man. The old walls are unpredictable, plain and simple. The Bane must leave you. May leave you beaten for a day, but I'm not the sort to get when it comes to those abominations. Your thoughts on this Bronze Brotherhood? They were here since then. They do stuff. Well, at least until you decide to oust them and put someone else in the place. I did do that. Alright, there was him. Well, no, I didn't deal with him. He left. He ran off somewhere. And strictly refers frequent searches and overgunners for missed iron and grain croppers. That's the of it. But the sinners keep constant vigil and trees for respect, politeness even. Or some call me elder and bow. Someone's going fishing in your pocket, taking your cross, may as well be kind about. And there's favor to commit to honor and dignity in all dealings. And it's definitely not the situation I would choose. But things can always be worse. The water might be up to your knees, but it could always be up to your nose. Or if the earth shaker mages. And if you were passing across in recent times, I'll head south to Stone Sea. At least that's the word of it. The mages didn't stay for long. So are the forge bound. And they tell you in the forge houses day and night. Alcar's forced to keep them well guarded since they know how to work binding ore into weapons harder than stone or bronze. Just there were food and kindness to the forge houses, but never had much contact with artists and mages. So what about the score course? Can't say I've had a strong opinion, one way or the other, really. They don't seem to care much about leaving the ceremony behind. Once the decision was made to let this fairy control, they left and I haven't seen much of them since. I don't need directions. So, yeah. I was expecting Quest, you know. It's like here's your major town hub, and there was nothing to really do quest-wise. Like, the best I could do is I could go to the whorehouse and get myself a buff. That's basically about the only thing we really have going on. Speaking of that, I wonder what the buffs actually do. I should look that up, since I have this stupid thing here. Well, there is one thing we want later on. The limitless boundaries sigil. We're gonna want that, or effect, I should say. Also, sigil chain. We're gonna want sigil chain. And chaos descent wouldn't be bad. There's a few things we want that I don't have yet. Anyway, Tyranny. I need to look up. I also need to look at those elixirs that I should have probably looked up before I used. Because I don't know exactly if it's permanent or not. Its duration is permanent. Fuck, I should have drank that instead of giving it to... should have drank it myself instead of giving it to, you know, him. Oh well. He gained some armor deflection and accuracy, which isn't the worst. But yeah, so those things are permanent. Cool. Because it confuses me because it's like elixir correctness. That. So it's like, wait, is that temporary? Because it's glowing, it's like... But yeah, it's permanent, so... Sure, why not? I still don't know why I'm getting my stand tall, stand together, stand tall from again. Like, what am I getting that from? Is it one of your things? I don't know. It's part of one of my rep things, isn't it? Disfavored. There it is, yeah, it's the disfavored thing. Right, okay. So I shouldn't really have to worry too much about resolve, honestly, because of that. So let's see what else was I going to look up. Oh, yes. Mr. Sophie's thing. So, these people, what do their buffs actually give me? Earthshaker's Delight is +2 vitality. And Control Stone. I actually don't have Control Stone points. Because I don't have that ability yet. Well, Lord gives +2 resolve and control life, which I don't really need. Timber gives +2 might and control vigor, which, hell, that would probably be beneficial for me. And Zodica gives that control fire and plus wits. I mean, wits and control fire is actually probably the best for me. Because I do has fire. But yeah, it's like, Sigil or Stone, I don't have Stone. Yeah, I haven't really used my fire abilities yet, so they haven't really taken effect. Yeah, I should probably use fire more, shouldn't I? Okay, anyway. Trying to think here. Wait, Sigil Stone sold by Harkin Bronze and Leftman's Crossing. What? What? Harkin Bronze? Sigil Illusion. You don't have that. Wiki, why are you lying to me? Okay. So yeah, I think I should probably go grab one of these buffs. Because they last until next rest, so... Do I want might or wit? Might or wit? I mean, problem is, which would give me temporary lore, and I don't necessarily like temporary lore because once it's gone, I start screwing up my spell. So I think I'll just go with the might. That's still amusing me. Ting 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 ting. Anyway. Now we go back into the town. Now that we've rested and we have our stuff. Yeah. And we had a nice though fragrant effect. Okay. Still, all these named NPCs that have no purpose cooperate too. So it's like, why do you exist? But anyway, it feels like, almost feels like I should have came to this place like a later act or something, because there's nothing really going on with the NPCs. It's weird. Alright, Meletta. Good day to you. Oh yeah, to gain access to the spire, I have to go to the old walls, don't I? Because I can't just get to access to the spire. But I need to get access to the spire, so I have to go to the old walls. Well, I guess it's finally time we get into adventuring. It's been a while. All this dialogue and shit. So why I like games like Icewind Dale, because Icewind Dale, yeah, the plot was there, it's just a lot of it was being tossed to dungeon after dungeon. Oh, you know what this means though, we're actually in a dungeon. Oh, so it's illegal for us to be here, if you remember right. But anyway, time to do the sneaky sneak. Also, a reminder, we do have this Raven's Troll of Subterfuge. Cause giving myself more subterfuge would probably be beneficial, cause the only person who would probably hire subterfuge was Verse, and we're not using Verse, so yeah. And besides, we don't really have much actually benefiting subterfuge other than our wits, because we're not really going as a thief class. So yeah. There's an eerie glow of unknown origin coming from the depths of this pit. So basically, once we actually get someone for the wall who can actually teach lore, then yeah, every time we level up, we're probably going to go back to that, to Aspire to learn lore. A lot. The door creates a near perfect seal with the surrounding walls along its surface. You can see several chips and shallow gouges from failed attempts to force it open. There's nothing to interact with its panels, and use some eyesores never meant to be opened from this side. Cool. But yeah, this is one of those places where I feel like I should constantly sneak, because you never know where there could be traps. These floor stones have been broken recently. Bits of metal nearby would suggest the result of careless soldiers. Oh. Lore. The second relief, though heavily damaged to is clearly meant to be Petra rune symbol, similar to the one at the Ascension Hall. The relief is incomplete, and thus the final form of the rune is unknown. We'll make a charcoal rubbing the rune stuff to help discern the rune's design. Press your charcoal department, you capture a blurry but proportional image of the ancient relief. With enough collected imprints, it may be possible to reconstruct the original shape of the rune. As you work, blanching over nail. See how that panel looks broken along two edges? And there's more to the engraving than what's here. Well, then we'll look for more. Great, if we collect enough sketches and imprints, we could no doubt reconstruct the original image in its entirety. empty. So, hey, the problem though is you guys stopped sneaking.
Stepping lightly.
You know, we could have ran into a fireball trap though. Not that I don't think there was a fireball trap, but you know, never know. Oh, so hey, a new axe for you? No, it's not, because that hammer's still technically better, though that has better accuracy. Still, not bad. Toss in the pile. So what's in here? Potions, toxins, stuff I probably won't ever use, but I'll collect anyway. And now we sneak to the other side. So I was going to say there's no way there, is it though? That's just that. So what have we found? We found loot. Not as much traps as I was expecting, you know? For highest subterfuges we have, I was expecting hard traps by now. So hey, camping supplies, so this is going to be constantly highlighted, just to annoy me. Yay. Oh. I mean, I would take those, though. Very healing potions. Like, here's the weird thing. A lot of the time it's been just either lesser health potions or greater health potions. Why is it skipping the regular health potions? Hi, body. You found a corpse. For Funtara. As per our verbal agreement, you are allowed entry into old walls at Leftman's Crossing with this split instruction to find a path to the Bronze Brotherhood campsite on the upper end. Items acquired inside the old walls will be yours to keep in exchange for your help in this matter. Well, that is fucking sus. Exactly. During the spirit storage point access to the Tyranny River's old walls. You're not supposed to be allowed in the old walls as we go through the old walls. Expecting a lot more trap chests too, you know? Oh. A transition. I was gonna say this area isn't really that big, but who knows what's beyond this. You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh, the masonry here puts the artisans of Sunder to shame.
Wait, were we already in the main hall? What? Oh. Oh-ho. Okay. Well, I can see why we need more of that. Chamber may remind you of Ascension Hall. An intricate room running along the floor can mean one thing. You stand at the feet of the Great Spire. Each step you take echoes across a great distance. As you gaze upward, the sage-covered walls quickly give way to unending blackness. The ruin in the center of the flag is inactive, and the silence of the hall offers no clues as to its use or function. Feel a slight tug in your chest, a faint echo of the energy that envelops you at Fender's well. Hold a moment. After he bellows the comment louder than needed, smiling as he hears his voice echo through the massive chamber. My sense of direction is at all reasonable. We are standing below the spire in this region. So what do you recommend? Start with the grooves and stones on the floor over there. Just like the spire vendors, well, whoever built this created a mystical conduit to the top, and I think it's very unlikely the pattern is purely decorative. About as much as you, I'm afraid, until our time at Vendors. Well, I didn't know there were ways to access the upper reaches. Speaking of which, I'm certain there's a way to access the top of the spire as well. So let's look for sigils or glyphs. See that thing over there? More lore. Capture blood proportion thing. Though the drum room remains incomplete, it seems like the complete design is symmetrical in nature. Sure, the new rise you could reasonably guess its original shape. Well, I'd have to look at it.
Study carefully the glyphs. They're gibberish to me, but I know magic when I see it.
Use the forward and label for dimming because the material that glimmers upon closer inspection. What's this do? Ah. It either triggers it or resets it. The problem though, hell. Okay, so the problem here is we need one more. Right? I feel like to get to it, we would have to go, you know, through this. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you're not supposed to do that. So it's like, wait, what? Got that one. It can't just be two glyphs, there has to be a third one. It's like, feels like the game's baiting me here, what the hell. You can't get through. Gonna have to just brute force it? I don't think that's right. Huh. Mm-hmm. There's a third one, but it said it doesn't actually tell me where that is. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go here to my inventory. Where is it? Quest items. That loads about... Okay, well that helps me a bit. Problem though is... yeah. I guess I'm just going to have to brute force it, because I don't know the third one could be. If it's behind that door, I don't know how to get behind that door. So anyway... let's take a look at that again. So corners... okay. Wait, that's not it. I don't think I'm doing this right. Shit. Turn the significance. Down, okay. Okay. So, yeah, I see the patterns. Okay. Yeah, all you guys stand over now. Let me go do this. Wait. Am I doing this? Looks like it goes all the way up there now, what? I just have to mark this here too. I don't want that one and that one connecting. I said I don't want them connecting. Yeah, okay, I think I have to do this. Okay, so that's sort of that. Alright, so see that? Now we have to go do the pattern in reverse. There we go. So Now then, for the fun part. The part that isn't really shown is we need to make a circle hill. I forget how big the circle has to be. Oh shit. Circle. What's pretty big, don't it? Let's say. Cause either it's that, or it's this one. If it's this one, it's easy, because you just go boop. We'll see if it's this one. I don't think it was that one. Do I boop the thing, it works? No, that just turns it off. Fuck. Should just reload that save, but the set taking too long to reload. Well, unless it doesn't go that far out. I don't know. Can't tell from this. The thing is, it might not actually go out that far. Let's reset. Reset. Cause yeah, it might just be like this. Didn't think about that. Might not involve those. Might just be like this. Okay, this actually... Shit, this might just be it right here. Didn't think about this, but yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't involve those at all, does it? There we go. Huzzah! Magic. And then we go uphill. Still not sure about that inner chamber. So I go boop. We have activated another spire. Woo. Huzzah. Okay, light courses skyward, traveling off toward the horizon. The stretch unfingering well. Feel the ground ripped out from beneath you yet again as you drift back into the warmth of the energy surrounding you. Also, that was fucking disappointing. We finally found a dungeon. And it's over. There was no enemies. There was no traps. What the fuck? Your awareness stretches beyond the limits of the spire, pulling you in many directions at once. Light you saw arcing towards the sky reminds you of the tower you feel to the top of Fender as well. This is too is a point of connection. You are an intricate part of it, bound as surely as the spires are to each other. That's the spire and Left's crossing feels burdened by its age. There is a central linchpin somewhere. Its car is well within the centuries of oppressive weight and longs to topple. Yeah, shouldn't there have been like Bane or other shit in the... But no? Nothing? I don't know, just a bit disappointed. Surge energy that courses through you, forming a link with Fender as well. Strengthen the very stones beneath your feet that structural weakness you... Structural weakness you detect functions replaced with the confidence you can keep this tower standing for millennia. See, thou do self is ardent. Oh, it's born. And then over to the right, up there is where the camera tides used to stand. Ooh, ooh. You can see that little island off of barrels and chains. That's where her whoever would take me to predator or more dangerous spells. I charge her to see from above. This is surreal. Tell me who you are writing from, and how to reach you. I'll send you an iron for your troubles. Send snow for the floors and to toss the parchment into wind. Blink of an eye, the heavy currents carry the separate parchment eastward. I have decided to have a message in a bottle about the bottle. Maybe it'll work. Maybe even the old world seemed paltry. The sovereign field is not intended for the likes of us. Fire feels like a relay between you and vengeance, without bringing some transformation of energy on a enormous scale. You're the first link of a chain that stretches the length of the realm. As you struggle to understand the sensation, you grow whispers all around you. Well, let's listen closer. The whispers themselves seem to travel down the tower between you and the spires, conducting heat that feels at times unbearable. Speak of your actions, your choices. That led you to this place your name is known. You better recognize your deeds reported across the tiers in the Northern Empire alike. For an instant, you can see the accumulated hope and fear these whispers represent. It appears like dewdrops settling on leaves, then trickling into a shrouded basin. The image is fed to you through your connection, a base metaphor that hints at the true scope. There's power in these fires, though its source is unfamiliar. Were you to harness it, you suspect that nothing would stand beyond your reach. Unlocking this fire seems to have opened some deeper connection. Don't know what you've done, but standing near you warms my rusted plates, makes you feel lighter somehow. The moment my staff and I are separated, my power of its magic goes dormant until I'm once again near. Same dynamic has happened with you and the spires. They've adopted you, I guess. They certainly like you enough to not kick you out of bed. Curious, I'm knowing something I also observed at the spire and Fender as well. There's a mystic comment. Little beats when you walk, tiny fluctuations when you talk. Tiny sensitive to deceiving me. You and the spires are mystically attuned to each other. Much fascinating indeed. As he keeps noting things down on his arm. Congratulations. So, here's the thing. This one back here, you can just hire people. Which is cool and all. But hey, available upgrades. What's that? You want a forge? Forge upgrades allows you to improve weapons, armor, and forge powerful new items. Once built, resting in any spire grants bonus to armor, parry, and dodge. Any spire. Library. Bonus to lore and all magic spells. Tempting. Probably gonna need that. Training grounds allows you to recruit the fine skill trainers. Whatever. Infirmary allows you to brew potions and other consumables. Whatever. But yeah, I want that library. I also want the forge. So we're gonna be a forge hill. It makes sense since this here is the place where our forge bound are. Yes. So we turned this one hill into our forge spire. Which means we're going to need another one for at least a library spire. So you have acquired a second spire. All spires are linked. Now use your travel instantly between them. This will reduce your travel time to the tiers. Of course it will. You can upgrade spires you discover, build new structure on top of them. Each provide upgrades take time and money to build and money to maintain. If you no longer have the money to maintain an upgrade, it will be suspended. You will no longer be able to receive its benefits until you're able to pay its maintenance costs. So you have to pay a maintenance cost too. 5 resources you can find Kairos tools that can be used for power upgrades. There's scrolls, iron, bronze, alchemy, and hide. And Siren too, and everyone else too, probably. So here's the thing, I should probably also bring that up to her attention. Just saying. But yeah, cause back to spires. So this was our forge spire. Cost us 2 bronze, 2.5 basically. Only 5 days? Not terrible. But yeah, we're definitely gonna want more spiders. Mysterious device. There's the thing. We can spend more for money. Merchant. Oh jeez. All of that's tempting as shit. Well, we afford Fate Binder. Well, firstly, we have a scroll of piercing accent. I'll take that. I don't has that. Grants a distant impact spell to pierce the which targets on a line. So basically, distant impact would be like that. Basically means we could add piercing to it. Oh, I could add that to it. So I could stasis a target. Wait. I need to actually look over what stasis shield does, because I'm a bit concerned about that. Because does that put them in an invulnerable thing or not? Yes, what is stasis? Please tell me. So yeah, it does put a shield on them. Huh. So I don't think I want that. That seems stupid. I'd rather have that, but I can't afford that, so... Meh. Anyway. Oh, this is gonna be complicated, though. I mean, thanks for the 10 bronze. Jeez, you spoiled me. Hi, fireworkers. But I mean, I'll take it. Oh, hi. Trying to hide stuff from me? You should know better. Here's just an ardent bronze sword. Just trying to hide that from me, aren't you? How good is it? Not terrible. Boop. So I can use the thing, but how high for this? Greetings, Fate Binder. How may I help you? Tell me about the forge. If you want to upgrade your weapons and armor, you can use any of the infos. It should be simple enough if you got the materials. If you need something that requires a master smith, like forging or one of a kind item, come talk to me and see what I can do. Do you think you could free my friend from his armor? Fate Binder. Yeah, if you think I hadn't already had my eye on that problem, you don't know the forge bound at all. As you say, though, of the Smith's 11 forge, maybe I will help you. And besides, you might be able to help. Barrett's upset with me. Far be it for me to gossip, I hear there's this band if you didn't find out about that already. There's a smith of knowledge of sage that works out a small room in the stone sea. Cause hey, by the way, go thou. Go thou. If I could sway her loyalty to me. Anyway, which means I probably would require more rep with them, wouldn't I? Can you forge something for me? Certainly, Faithfinder. Welcome to the forge. So, Pierce our Headhunter, by the way. Headhunter is a one-handed blade. We require more gold than we had. The plan. Recruits needed at Forge 5. Fuck, I forgot what the fucking recruits needed. I totally forgot about that. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, yeah. So, unique items. We can make alchemist gloves, but those are a bit more expensive. Launch an orb of healing. Q. Commander's plate. Bronze, though. Oof. Bronze. Not as great as mine, is it? Yes, not as great as mine. I'll instantly swap the position with a companion. Q. Finesse. Oh, he's sorry, we can equip this, huh? Elegance. Meh. Nightwalker's boots. Trap detection, perception. Not bad, but yeah. We would need Hound Hide Mantle. Oh yeah, these would require... No, well, those don't require anything. Party of the Forgotten. A shield. Only Bear can equip this. I sorta want that. But the only problem, though, is... Hey, we can actually afford this. We has enough. It's not bad. Requires a recruit at the forge. I think that's a staff. +5 to all magic skills. I think I know. I'm gonna give that to What's Her Face if I can make that, but I can't make that. Sorcerer's Blade, though. Q. Immune to hobble. Use for bravado. That's not great. Okay. So, I require recruits at the forge. Fuck. How about if I just go here to this regular thing? Is this just the same? Select a weapon or armor from your inventory to upgrade. Ah, so I can do it. I can... So we can upgrade Barrack. It requires iron, because of course it requires iron, and stuff's made out of iron. But that seems like a good investment. And it's not that expensive, so we'll upgrade it. Ah, recruits need it though, and more expensive, or superior. Oh well, we can upgrade stuff to fine. I'm fine with that. Can upgrade that. To exquisite requires 3 recruits, more. Ah, so I can upgrade anything I want? I can't really add... Sadly, it's not as good as Pillars of Eternity, where you can add prefix things to it. Well, not prefix things, but more benefits to it. Which is unfortunate. Like, hey... Oh, there is a masterwork. Well, fuck. Like I can make her stick better. By my lantry, I want to make your thing better. Because you told me I could upgrade it. But yeah. The problem though is we have used practically all of our money and we need more money. So you know what I'm going to have to do. Oh god, he's cheating again. Oh no. Like honestly, we knew what was going to happen as soon as I got the forge. We knew I was going to spend excess amounts of money. Should have been obvious. So we can have up to 6 recruits. So you know we need a merchant who specializes in metal armors. We need a merchant who specializes in light armors. We need you who can teach me in magic. Can't teach me in lore though. So here's the thing, we want this one who can make me bronze. We want this one who can make me iron. And we want the merchant who can specialize in unique weapons. Because the one who can teach me control vigor and control stone, I do not really care about. So yeah. Now. Secondly, man, sure, why not? Paper with the ability to change what skills you're proficient in. Tempting, but yeah. Oh, some missives. Missives? My dear bombs, the chorus all about the news to the Civil War representatives from the chorus and the despair of having little shouting matches when we were returning. The petitioners to the court seemed swept up and trust who will crush whom and if and when Tanya were beating down the gavel and stop the fighting. What's even more intriguing is the other story I've entered as well. Tennant sent you what I thought was going to be a one-way trip to the well, and not only do you live, you somehow claim the mountain spire. And you broke the Kairos Edict too. Such things make a little Civil War seem so trivial in comparison. At least to those who can separate the message from the noise. Tell me what it's like to breathe Eden. How is it you took control of the spire? Explain the experience as best you can. And Gerongus, Kairos Edict simply say that the agent of the Lord might claim Central Home before the day of Swords. The only thing she did take George the better to claim that. Claim the spires just happened just moments after I felt the grips release. The floor of the Central Gateway on it from a glowing pattern. Yep, send it. Sure, why not? But I don't see why that would piss people off. But yeah, so the problem here is we need those recruits, you know? So we have to actually probably come back. What? No, it says I have the recruits now. Huh? I have the recruits now? I thought they weren't here yet. Well, that's awkward. So I have them hired, which means I can literally do this, even if they're not here. Interesting. Interesting. So all I want, though, is I want the shield. Your recruits have begun crafting. But I forgot. I forgot there was a time for... Oh, right. They have to take time to craft something. But I forgot about that. Well, that's a thing. What else did I want? Oh yeah, simplicity. And probably those boots, maybe. Well, I don't know. Those boots are better for like a verse, but yeah. Headhunter would probably be good for verse, along with the Thieves' Bravado. Arrogance would be good for Siren. Commander's Plate, I don't know. Modifies those authority. Don't even know what those are. What are those? No, me. Or Resurgence one. I guess it would be leadership, basically. Yeah, like I feel like I'm not bothered about cheating money. Money's whatever. Just don't really want to have to cheat my skills. 'Cause money's whatever. We can be rich if we want to be rich. What is his power? Claim the remaining spires. Working on that. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. The whole, well, you have to wait for the thing to be crafted. Doesn't even say how long it's going to take, though. That's... Wait, no, there it is. Time average. Okay. Cannot begin until ball... or experience. Experience. Ooh, okay, that's a thing right there. However, I do have the recruits need, so I could technically upgrade my mercy into that. That would use all of my iron, though. Practically. I'd rather just do this, though. Yeah, I'd rather do this. So this was not uphill in my way game. So let the thing put in your inventory. Yeah, I could do that. Now I have to go back and click on it. Okay, I clicked the thing. Can you go away? So I can actually see. Like, here's the thing, I can make that to exquisite if I had the hide. I can make that to masterwork if I had that. I make that. Oh, we need that though. I can make her stick better. Meh. I think I'm gonna get her to the other stick once I can. I can make his hammer better. I can make Lantry's Quill better though. Lantry Quill. Yeah, the only problem though is now we'll... Yeah. Not enough. Spent too much iron. Can't upgrade that more. Ah, well. Well, what about bronze? The problem though is nothing I really have uses. Well, never mind. I could upgrade my boots. However, I want to replace my boots. There is a thing. We has this thing. Cool. The problem though is I want my access to my Alpha Smiths, so I have to actually go... Well, I could go downhill. Thing is, I need to actually advance time, which means I don't know. I was suspecting, you know, other stuff to do. It's odd. I might just rest at the spire until NPCs show up. Then I can always come back down to the town and, you know, rebuff. But first things first, I want to go talk to What's-Her-Face over here. Because I have this note that I need to confront her about. Yeah, but now his armor's 15. It's better than mine now. Cause yeah, I could probably get better armor if I replace those frickin' boots. Of course, if I replace those boots, my frickin' time's gonna be up to like almost 7 probably. 5. Hell, even upgrading his armor got him down to 5 instead of 5.3. Maybe I should upgrade that when I have the resources. Yeah, well. Yeah, I don't really have the hide to really upgrade anything, so yeah. I feel confident in my upgrading of barrack stuff. Because that'll help a lot. How much money did I get left over? 5. Maybe gave myself too many rings, didn't I? Oh well. PayPal, you returned. It's not like I can really do much with my money anyway. I have to wait for the stuff to happen. No, we're not going to confront about this. There are not words to describe how I feel about that. And like, it's just, this place just feels like there should be stuff going on, yet there isn't stuff going on. It bothers the shit out of me. So I'm just gonna go back up to my spire. And I'm going to do some sleep here up on my spire until NPCs show up, so I can do some trading. Then I have to go back down to the town and sleep with another, probably sleep with Timon again. Also, wait. Apparently it's been times past. Apparently it's been a day. How? You're certainly not the first to proclaim an edict. My name is Obsidian. You to complete the casting of the Overlord's magic. You're not the first to break in an edict. You're certainly not the first to proclaim an edict, and you aren't the first to break an edict. The list names are small, more inclusive list. It's curious though, living and would make no mention of someone who proclaimed and shared the same edict. That would go to an anomaly. Bad news is the Archons know this, and they were suspicious of this distinction. Along with this parchment, I have included the content information of the Honorable Fate by Mythonius, an old pale mine, and perhaps the most knowledgeable in the court of matters not taught. Just by Tanyan, pure respect, and she not betray your confidence. Best of luck. I think any things are going to get even strange for you. Current hand you loom over blank. You have behind your Mython's content information and hand and contemplate opening words. You know what? Send gold too. Well, not gold, bronze. Represent 5 hard, so yeah. 5 bars I'm currently serving in the tiers. I recently broken Eater, Cars, and Rough. With the same breath for work with the engineers of the last part of the tiers. I told my old mentor Rankrus of these events. He insists I can't. You don't need to wish him seeds its own, if that's true. Prefer not to heed the advice of someone more worldly than even Rankrus. But no power. Knowledge is power and power isn't free, and I'm a close hand of rings is tuition and tribute, a paltry offer for a respected teacher, but it's a size worth some to me. Boop. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be 24 hours, yet sure, why not? Anyway, we have to Rangus. Hi, Rangus. They found no persona to serve you. I just don't imagine that such height was being involved. Rangus, what the fuck do you have? You have sage robes. they have no armor value though, which makes me go, yeah, no. Like, only thing they really give me is recovery by 2.2 seconds. Like, seriously. I don't understand. Cloth is about useless. Like, seriously. Cloth is practically useless. Because, yeah. It doesn't give you any armor. It doesn't give you... I lose way too much stats just for 0.2 seconds of recovery. So operator's van braces. Brawler's rending. Brawler's more unarmed damage on... Yeah, that seems like something I wouldn't really use. Earthshaker robes, more spare stuff, man. Bloodhound herd. Bloodhound herd is... Well, it's better than Nobleman's hat. Old palm gloves, sage's boots. Cloth. The fuck is with all this cloth? I thought you were supposed to be leather promotion or something. That's not terrible. About the same though. Like, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe getting him that herd. Maybe that herd. I'll put it under consideration. Scavenger mask. Bloodhound levers. Sage, the sage herds. Charge. Armor plus against fire. Ooh. Well, actually, I could use that, to be honest. Besides, we has the money now, so... reasons. Because here's the thing, if we fight something that's using fire, we should probably has that. So how's that in advance? Besides... that's the thing. Lantry, what do you have going for you? Great, oh, Jesus. Great, Lantry has suddenly became... Deathspank. Hero of the downtrodden. Vanquisher of evil. Yes, sure, why not? So what to do with this hat? Like, here's the thing. I could give the hat to her, but she's using this just because that. So I wish I could take those things off those and put them on other things, but yeah. You're fine. You realize if we take off his armor though, we've already upgraded his armor, so... Still need better boots. Anyway, Ragged should know who I need. The Necrostars. Train. I need to level up. But then I could come back and learn fire. I haven't used fire yet, so I don't have points in fire. But I could get more frost. More frost. More frost. More lightning? Question mark. But yes, I need more control frost because reasons. Thanatos, master of brazing. These forges formed for entry I've not seen in some time. It must be the truly sparse and has all merits of magic. So what have you made for me? I don't have anything at the moment. Come back later. fuck? Been seeing paper and report for so many hours spent the board. We artisans are a bit prone to gossip. Needless to say, the fate behind the mountain fire has been subject of many a conversation while working the barrels, if I may be so. Whatever. Question for you. Oh, sure, why not? From where does Kyra's power truly stem? Is it from the magical edicts? Is it from Archons, or perhaps from the Lord subject in the tone? Well, here's the thing. I would say, yeah, edicts are the grudge of Kyra's power. If Kairos can basically shape the very landscape and alter the frickin' reality of everything, yeah. Consider that when the winds can be stirred by very utterance whose aggression or control. I mean, here's the thing. Archons are sources of power. Like, yeah, if you think about it. So the people are, you know, all the people add up and go, and though belief in something gives power to that something, right? But compared to, you know, being able to just basically write down a thing that says this whole place is doomed, yeah. And Archons are basically, like, say, the very best at what they do, supposedly. They can be defeated and replaced. So basically, they're very powerful, influential people that add to the power of Kairos, since they serve under Kairos. However, that's still not enough power compared to being able to just write down, oh, by the way, this whole place is fucked. And then that whole place is fucked. So yeah, if you think about it, edicts are probably the most powerful thing. My apologies for indulging myself in the philosopher. Is there anything I could do for you? I don't have anything for you. Bye. Fuck's sake. Do you have stuff for me? Green's paper may not be a mystic or a mighty warrior, but you possess, or my connections to world trade. You travel the world. Yes, I've seen the empire from one end to another. I've seen that my travels always take me to the very heart of Kairos' conquest. The tales, however, they are unlike anything I've seen before. I'm sorry to digress. I'm sure you would like to see my wares. What's different about the tales? Ooh, favor. I'm sure you won't want to hear a male apprentice sport program about unimportant matters. I has favor. But I has favor. Wait, I don't have favor. Ah, I guess I don't have favor. I don't have 3. Close, but not enough. So what you has for me? Ooh. So basically, this Iron Warhammer is like mine. It's very much about the same as mine. Only problem is it doesn't have rejuvenating. Because rejuvenating gives me that whole accelerated recovery and kill, which just helps. Since I do have, you know, slow ass recovery. Dust Claw. That would be useful for the person we don't have. Well, that and the fact of it would have to be night. It's very situational. Very situational. Iron Axe is, you know, whatever. Not as good as that hammer. Bows and whatever's ooh. Iron Hero Shield. We would lower the recovery, lower the dodge. Cause yeah, you know I'm gonna replace that one once the thing's built, so yeah. And yeah, no one's selling iron, which is unfortunate. I need more iron. Oh, you're a person. Hi, Porter. Do you have anything? Oh, you has my armor, do you? So, we have forged found apprentice armor. Superior, this here's exquisite, yet it's still not as great as my armor, because it's bronze. I mean, if you insist. Oh, iron boots. I mean, I could have bronze. Why would I want bronze? Ashen cow, flameproof, immune to burning. You know, I'll buy that just cause who knows, I may need that. I may need that. And I could give you guys all this armor if I really wanted to. But, yeah. So. I'm walking out. Whatever. Iron boots. Cause yeah, I'm still using this, ain't I? Oh. I was gonna say it's already. Apparently I matched that out. Okay, well, that gives me negative to all damage, minus 10 to all, 10% to all damage taken, sure. Cool. Could probably make those better. Urgh. Not bad. 5.8. It's actually going down under 6. Also, tenacity and form. +1 resolve, +1 vitality. Q. That's just stats. That I want because reasons. Yeah, okay. Yeah, keeping that. So, here's the thing, though. Still need more iron. Shame I can't just, you know, turn stuff into iron. That would be cool if I could do that. Like if I could, you know, just be like, hey, turn this into, salvage this into iron. Yeah. Commander's plate, it's tempting to make this, but the bronze, ugh, it's just, ugh. Like most of the stuff I don't really care for, to be honest. The only thing that really makes sense is for Beck to have that shield. And the stick? The stick seems like it's a good stick. I want that stick. It doesn't take long either. Other than that, like, yeah. Like, pretty much all of the heavy armor is just bronze. Why would I make it? There's no real good weapons for like me. Yet anyway. Just doing a survey stuff. Yeah, nothing I really want there either. Cause he had mostly cloth things. And cloth's about useless. Lever's a bit more better. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna save. And I think I'm gonna rest you. Why not? Gain all the benefits of the forge. More benefits of the forge. So all skills, plus 5 dodge, plus 5 parry, plus 1 armor. Do I still have the thing? No, I don't. Which means I need to go down and get that. As also a note, that does not progress until you earn experience. New items since last visit. Well, here's the good thing about that though. I could just do this. I thought it was going to be easier to do that. 15 minutes. What? Oh, that was supposed to be instantaneous. New. Oh well. A teleportation network. So new items, you say? Oh, right, I added people here too. New items? New items. New items? Ah, you has iron. Yes, I should take all of what you has, you know. Use all of my remaining money on it. Worth. Longfang. Hi. Human? What is human? Who smells of mud or your blood want from Longfang? Shit. Yes, we'll show. I thought you were supposed to get me food. What? Here's an iron war mace. That's not food. Thanks. Okay. I was trying to get more iron. Where's my iron? Is my iron not stacking or something? I'm confused. Ravnos. So I bought those things, right? I could have swore I bought those things, right? Yeah, where are they? Am I? But we used my money, right? I bought the things. In fact, it says right here, iron, bronze, all that. Am I confused? What? Oh. Okay, that's awkward as shit. So here we have our party stash. Here we have our spire. So the stuff goes here into the spire stuff. However, the already existing things don't. So I have to actually do this. I have to pull the shit out. I go back here to the spire things and toss them in. Well, that's not confusing at all. But look at all that bronze. The problem though is I don't really know what to do with all that bronze, because I don't really need that bronze. Swordbreaker. No, I don't want to train. Sagias? Then Swimming Man knows how out of the horizon. You are Leopard's Crossing, eh? And that fate burns is that what I advise you not to do. He laughs, punching the L. Some stats towards the defensive target and method alternate one after another. He stops his approach. It may work when you've got 100 stone shirts at your back, but something like you throw for a little more creativity. No respect for the disfavored? Contrary, I have all the respect for the and the chairs with them. They just don't have to kill for it. I find bastards even if your mother would have to serve the and the disfavored. My boyhood dreams were of joining the Legion and being cloaked in purple and iron, but now I spend those days dancing around fools. I think a breastplate makes them a better fighter. And I won't have any other way. How should one fight? Iron bars are crutches for the unskilled, and armor is the delusion of the force. Remember that. Use it ruthlessly to your advantage. Further dance around my foes, stripping them with the weight of their own armor and stabbing them with their own blades. Even better, winning the fight before it starts. Anyway, just I'd like to train. So yeah, that whole unarmed combat, parry, dodge, subterfuge. As I do, any of you actually has stuff though. Hi, Corpse Eye. Wrap the Scar Chorus. Let's see what we have in stock that I could want. Now that I has all this money. There's that, I could get that. Which is heavy armor, right? Yeah, I forgot about that being heavy armor. Bleh. Bleh, I say. Comes to... Right, there's nothing that great from you. I mean, you has a spell. Which is... but spell. But I don't see a reason why I would want that. Yeah. Like, meh. Just meh. Kenrick, what do you have? Do you have something for me? I think that's just, I think that is a shared loot thing. That basically connects to all the people who have stuff. So basically they don't have anything new. It just acts like they should. Which has been annoying. So let's go back. Poof. So well, we were able to craft things and, well, yeah. But I'm not sure. I don't really like the foraging system. Yeah. I don't really like the foraging system. Oh yeah, you need cocaine experience. Well, here's the thing. I would, but I haven't done any quest. There weren't any quests in Leopard's Crossing. So basically it's... I have to wait. I don't like this whole waiting thing. Cause like... the thing is I need more iron before I can really upgrade shit, so... That's why I haven't really, you know... That's why I didn't upgrade that, or my overkill, because they require, what, 4? We only have really 5, so... maybe I should have upgraded that, because, you know... It's the one artifact that I have. The alpha ones I've seen so far, meh. Could be better. could be better. Unless people restart. Do you have more iron? You has more iron. You has nothing I want. Yay. Of course you don't. It's gonna suck when we get a mission that, hey, you should probably use verse for this. Whoops, we unencrypt from everything. Welcome back, Fate Ponder. Yeah, Timo. Huzzah! Ting 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 ting. That still amuses me. So yeah, now he has my buffs. Oh, nicely activated, all that. So I guess we just leave. Huh. Cause yeah, I thought there'd be more to this place. Mentioned that several dozen times already, but fuck it. We came, we bought, we left. I'm gonna go up here and do one more check. I don't know. Think NPCs really restock besides my spire ones. But I'll go check, make sure there isn't any more iron to be had. Forgot what you had. I'll check you when I'm leaving too. Hi.
Do you have eyes on this?
Cool. Apparently my subterfuge is high enough that I can detect that now. And we have way more of those than we need, so yeah. Oh, what you has? Do you have anything new? Do you have iron? You do not have iron. Make me sad. I could buy no one of those though. For more repairing. Wouldn't be the worst idea, you know? Cause, yeah. Vitality's whatever. Being able to survive a hit. Just in case you actually get a hit. It's better. It's actually high parry, you know. Naturally. Bam. He's high parry because, you know, he has a freaking shield. Sure. Sure. I like that. That even answers his parry, doesn't it? Okay then. I hate that. Seriously. Ow. Game. Okay. In fact, I have to always go after my spire to, you know, upgrade shit too. Ugh. Let me just do one more check on what you had. Oh yeah, you had the nobleman stuff and all that. Of warriors, plus 10 to athletics. Part of me almost wants to buy that just in case I need to pass a certain athletics check later on. I would have it. Oh, I haven't actually been downhill, have I? Huh. Anyway, what you guys got? A broken hilt. Even though the sword's blade is broken, the hilt's craftsmanship is particularly impressive. A master blacksmith has forge fire or forge upgrade may have more information. You gotta be fucking kidding me. So here's the thing, I wasn't gonna go back up though. But if you guys insist, I will go back up though. For Hans. Oh, Alt does that. Cool.
Time to lighten my step.
Huh. But yeah, I can't leave town out this way, can I? Oh well, I guess I'll just head back over. Now the easiest way we do is leave town, head back up. Yeah, oh well. What's over here? Question mark. What? There's like a marker there, isn't there? Curious now. Cellar, bot, lot. And there's more iron. Citral rooting. Okay. Back up to my spire. Ooh, spire. Do I have my benefits? Yes. Bonus, high. I'm current. I did not find this hilt in the old walls. This hilt was outside of town in a place I didn't lurk. Game, don't lie to me. There's the hilt of the Sentinel, one of the finest swords the forge finder I've ever made. With this I can recreate it if you want. So do I has that? Sentinel can be created with access to its fire forge upgrade proper materials. Ah. Sentinel. Ah, two-handed you say. Average, expensive, superior, vigilant. Plus 5 health while has wounds every. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, why would I want a sword that's, hey, did you die in combat a lot? Well, here's a sword for you. No. It's stupid. I forgot to use the forge up there. Oh well, we can come back when we have more iron. Now that the game's just tossing me iron. Because I want to upgrade, well, my gear. Which is what? 4, 8, 12. That's 10. That's 4, I think. So yeah, anyway. Oh yeah, and all of his stuff would be 4, yeah, and I would 12, so yeah. Anyway. Well, we could go to the secluded forge and see about Barrack's thing before we end the video. Cause the only place I can really go now is downhill to Ironhurst. I thought there's supposed to be stuff involving like uphill, outside of hill. I can't remember. I don't know when that would happen, so yeah. Oh well, secluded forge. 2 days. Oh, I like how we teleport though, to head that way. And no one interrupted us. Huh. Characters become wounded when they are knocked down, path of damage. Characters also become wounded when their health is significantly reduced. Because you need to become wounded to make best benefits out of the sword. That seems stupid. Where's my journal at? Journal. But I feel like I might miss some stuff. Ah, here we go. No. Hide. Oh, party records. Training hours then? Most energy period. Well, makes sense that would be me. I've been in the party the longest. Ooh, Lantry most critical hits. Most damage taken Barrett, most times knocked out Barrett. Ah, that makes sense, he is our tank. Anyway. So apparently... Game, are you fucking with me? I think the game might be fucking with me. So, remember how you need to gain experience for this to craft? Where did I gain experience? Huh? I don't know. Anyway. I do apologize when they say respect for one's elders is a dying offering. You kind for the offering, as I have a counter set on grandchildren to spoil. Keep my low profiles are very profitable. Blow something for you in return. I do so hate to let. Parchment Colette Dustin and I figure a younger mind could make use of some of the scrolls onto my cabinets. One of the oldest of the court's children I've seen in much of my time. It's probably for the best ever, and assumes I'm old almost the worth shuffling away in the archives. If I were scrutinized through closely, I'm sure Tunyon would find I've grown lot to my spoiled old age. But why I am where I am is that I've kept my head down. You better be doing the opposite in some regards. This is beyond your control. You were chosen for the honor of proclaiming Kyra's edicts twice. I would have meant death but to accept me instead of place on the stage for all to see. Kyra's most powerful weapon is not the edict. It is her ability to hand us rope that we willingly use to hang ourselves. Oh, there you go. Never forget this. There are numerous questions asked on your request. What it is you wish to know most? Focus your inquiry and I will answer as best as I can. Edicts are the nature of spires. Tell me about edicts. Why not? And for him, I have more questions than I think, but let's start with the discussion covers edicts. If there's a under proclaimed result, which makes me far more knowledgeable than a layperson on the subject, and yet I still know so little. First, I'm gonna loot your shit, cause you know, much abuse surfing well jerk dominates the small table. My flat surface in this room not apparently dedicated to Smith's craft. Sharp contrast to the chosen overlord's forward farm Smiths, the equipment bears marshal heavy use. And inconsistent maintenance, the mixing flavors of oil and sulfur clean to the back of your mouth. Hi. Co-el stirs your clothes as you step inside the small workshop, despite the lit forge you see against the brick wall. Dark-robed woman stands stalks to the center of the space. Fingers dancing against her chin. Eyebrows furrowed in thought. Sooty smears on her skin as she touches her face often. She spares you an initially dismissive glance, but follows with a surprised double take. I was gonna say, they don't really have much. They don't really have anything with me. Oh, fuck me, the Fate Binder. I mean, what brings you to Atelier? Take it you know me? Does anybody not? Spiders don't say I like out the sun every day. Nice forge. Thanks, I made it myself. Particularly fond of the heat wards, not just on account of the comfort. Keeps the place from going up in flames, barring anything unusual. I had the thought after the Valium Citadel. After the Valium Citadel. Are you a sage? Is anyone anymore? Or the school burned up? Surprising you don't know her since the end here was a former sage. Not that she officially left, as much as she got tired of life in the city and never came back. 10 months sages once years ago, worked for the Royalty Reserve for a while after that. Nice work at Ted Conroy. You gonna prosecute me? Man, not today. I'm asking again, why are you here? I need to send my friend back. This one, him? He's pointing. He's pointing, there you go.
Damn it, Fatebinder, why can't you leave this be?
To do this. Besides, it's on my quest log, Barrack. Leave what be? I hope you might be free Barrack of this bronze and iron prison.
Fatebinder, you know as well as I that Tunon forbade this. I cannot be complicit.
Betrayal. I promise this will be for the best. Let me deal with the legal ramifications.
I have little confidence that Tunon will see it the same way, or that you will be able to shield me from his wrath.
I assume that you want to come out of this role, you bitch regardless, right? And hold still and quiet down. Before anything else, I need to ask you a few questions. Minor questions. Sure, ask away. Won't ask anything political or tactical, only matters personal. Hardly reassuring. First, have you ever engaged in Central Congress? What? How could that be relevant? Doesn't understand the first thing about missing sympathy, does he? Point power, particularly in the case of possible convergence of arcane energy to resonant adulteration. I suppose that sounds reasonable? Don't want to prevent me anything from happening recently, regardless of whether or not I want it to. Before that, well, the Legion is, I spell a people I care for deeply. We're the pride of the North, strong and beautiful. And that's all I should speak of it. I have never passed time with a mage or archon, oathbound, beast woman, or anything else unusual. Not unusual, I probably said that there was a spatial bond between his favorite offer and their submissives. Sorry, subordinates. The only thing you're unwilling to do, sorry for your perversions, witch. You are hard found armor during the conquest, correct? And prior to it. Was it sigil woven, enchanted against harm? Do not believe so, it was iron. Have you had sigils of any kind branded into your skin? Well, the market is favored, and nothing else. The market is favored? General sigil wrote what the Overlord's decree allows. Many members of the Legion scar themselves for it. Bind their loyalty into the flesh and blood, it marks his family. Where the Graven Age for Tats, the sages had no direct knowledge of the Archon War's abilities, but there were many theories. I don't suppose you can provide any concrete information. You asked me to reveal the great general's secret. It shows a strong connection with Stoic to allow to take on some of the harm while also sharing in their experiences. Fatebinder. And you do not need repairs or maintenance on the armor, I presume? Aside from ordering it and firing down the pointer a bit. No, wait, how did you know that? Symmetrical layers of barrack and thought. Retrieving from the forge a long bar of iron, its in glowing red from the heat. Shows out to you. What am I supposed to do with this? Take it to start with. But comes next. It's going to my friend doing it. Okay. Now you want to stick that into him. Oh, this is great. Next you want to stick the edge rope through his arm. It's going to hurt regardless, but I suspect a crick would be better. Stab. Howling agony, Barrett staggers backward, grasping at his side. The smell of burnt flesh hits your nostrils a minute later. Now Lynster grabs the iron rod and touches it from Barrett's side, lifting a note scream of pain. She steps a step back as the gauntlet swings out and a wire attempts to backhand her. Fucking shit on the ill star. Still beast mother of asses. What in the great general's name, woman? Was that necessary? Of course it was not fucking necessary. Did not ask for this. His armor ringing like a gong and slams one gauntlet fishing his lever. Amazing. Smith starts out with a scissoring metal prod, drawing a sigil on their upper free hand. Finn clutches the wound, but Barrett's hand is clumped with a hole in his side, obscuring your veil. And you see the entry pair slowly launch as Barrett moves his gauntlet hand from the hole in his side. Peer through the hole in the oxidized bronze iron shell. Willing yourself to ignore the minty smells of cooked meat. Then fetch it human ways, you see the ragged oozing flesh beneath her. Thanks, game, for going so much into details. Kelly pulsing in time with Barrett's labored breath. As you watch, the wound seems to close, bronze-colored skin knitting together. The edge is like a slowly closing mouth. It's not merely skin, however. Barrett's armor cage slowly shifts and flows, and currently reducing the aperture. We're seeing this too. His armor seems to be hairy just like his flesh. Sadly, in the edges. She's making any attempt to hide her excitement. She's failing especially. The armor and flesh here is one. Is that a standard property among the disfavored? Not to my knowledge. He and his armor here is one, though, like mystically bound together. Indeed, Tanya likes them smart, I take it. The question remains, though, why does this happen? I have a working theory, but what I can't make out is what differentiates you from the other disfavored you serve in the Blade Grave. Maybe it's some trick of the blood, maybe it's some connection to your fate, to the Fate Binder, maybe something else. I barely knew the Fate Binder prior to Vengeance well. So that we don't understand about how the world works. Kyra stretchers against literacy and inquiry don't exactly help. Here's your words carefully, Smith. Apologies, Fate Binder. Central standout skirts now unlocked. If I can suggest a solution, I need a sample of alloyed iron and bronze from the site of your entrapment. Well, this much you do. She holds up her palms about 6 inches apart. And we'll get you the sample. Now what you return? Gently peering through the top 3 inches. Black tub when the iron rod within. Well, we had Barrick and Sound Pie Smith. Now I need to travel to the Vale. Barrick, how do you feel?
My Lord Binder, what can I do for you?
So yeah, that's a thing. So anyway, here's the thing. I want to go back to my spire. I want to end this video soon. It's just I keep getting distracted by shit. Like I thought I was gonna go there. I didn't realize we were gonna go the whole sequence there. But anyway, we're gonna go here. Go back uphill, because apparently we had stuff waiting for us now. There's ever missive again. Sabotage about it's difficult to separate fact from superstition when it comes to edicts. It seems only Kairos knows how it all works, the rest of us are left to live in fear and ponder it all. Kairos Eaters are sort of magic above and beyond even the Archons. I dare say the Eaters are stronger than Kairos, as there's no evidence Kairos can willingly stop and eat it once it's set into motion. Which is in part why Kairos Eaters seem to have an untail or unless clause in the wording. I know the edict, as powerful as it is, requires a human force to complete the casting. Thus, the Lord has people like you proclaim edicts cast far from the Imperial throne. Magic is Kairos magic, but the human force is the final carrier and trigger to complete the magic phenomenon. It's most fascinating, at least as far as you're concerned. There have been dozens of mortal agents who have been made to proclaim edicts. 2/3 of them die within a decade. In many cases, reports of lingering mystic scars from the ordeal. There have also been a handful to resolve or break a need. These entail and unless clauses get fulfilled from time to time, and we see a similar pattern in history. Those who resolve may often live short lives and may speak for arcane side effects. Here's where you're unique to the best of my fact find. You were the first to proclaim and break that same edict. Whatever mystical powers involved the creation and destruction of such magic, you're the first to stand at the terminus of both. Now that I know the spires can be awoken, it makes sense that if anything, it can or would wake them from slumber. Shadow Edict seems the culprit. Kairos says our edicts the place throughout the tales, and if you truly wish to learn more, perhaps you should take it by yourself and share those edicts. After all, Kairos did not wish for the edicts to be broken. Why include termination costs? Well, let's ask about the spires. Seems I should know one's own domain, seeing as you're now as I'm now the master of the Mind Spire. I should learn all I can now if you would show me what you know about all the spires I've been dead. I'm sure of why I know and have observed so far that seem to be awakening at the same time that thing. Atop the spire there's an old sculpture of sorts that seems to be the core of the spire's mystic energy. I've been seeing visions receiving sensations from the sculpture. It's not described as talking to me, but that seems a closer analogy. The first to report such things? Or other spires elsewhere, right? Send that. Need to head there eventually. Which I think I'm heading that way anyway, because I need to go see the other people, but Spire, so apparently everything's gone. Everything's here. Is there any new shit? New shit? Who has new shit? Who has iron? I want iron. Wait, have I used that? I haven't looked at it yet. Alright, let's see what can I send back. Oh, I don't need that, don't need that. I'm keeping that just because I might need it, don't need that. Vitality +1. Quickness +1. It's only a +1. Or have those. So this though. Citrus staggering force. Ah, interrupts. Cool. Okay, well, yay, more stuff. So what's in my thing? Bronze greatsword. Expensive foods. Yay. Boop, 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 boop. You guys anything else? No. And I haven't leveled up, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Wait, what is that? Where's my scroll? Did the scroll get added to it? Yeah, these didn't get added to it. What? Ugh. Sometimes I wonder. Do. Never gonna get out of this damn place. It's gonna go on forever. Now we go back here because I said there was new shit here. And I said my thing's apparently done, so I should probably go back and get the shit for Barrack. Hi. Your groups have been hard work. Let me show you what they have done. Oh. I'll take all of that. Barrack. Okay, so forge me simplicity. Just cause it'll be useful for me. Sentinel was tempting, but at the same time, it just... the enchant on it is just blah. Anyway, bank me that. Barrack! Only Barrack can equip this. Yay! Oops, I almost got. Boop. So that gets us 11. That's frustrating. Just a bit frustrating, anyway. But I guess what you has? Do you has iron? You do not has iron. Wait, both you? Wait, is Boris just also blacksmith? No, he just forges things. Okay. For you were, you were that one. You do not have this iron. Shit. Oh, one who really seems to have iron that I can buy is back in the other. Just one. Your training. And you make me shit. You make me shit. Are you training or are you the other merchant? I think you're the other merchant. But do you has iron? No, you don't has iron. And of course I could check these and I don't think there's just, no, there's no new materials just magically spawned. So we go back here. Okay, so what sucks? Is how we can upgrade these things. So. That would be 7. Oh shit, I forgot it cost me that much money. Ah, fucking things. Okay. You know what? Just 10,000. So. Upgrade. One short. Right. I did say that. 4, 4, 4. Yeah. So that would be 16 for him, actually. Lay allowed for this, which is... oh, that's bronze. Oh, well. Hell, if that's bronze, I'll just make that. And now we're too poor to upgrade anything else, really. Battery, you're fine. 4 though. Oh yeah, hide. I do have 4 hide. Which would take effect on all of that, wouldn't it? I mean, I could make that better, though. Would use all my hide, though. And most of my gold. Fuck it. Oh well, now we're poor again. Need more iron. There's then we're head hill, and then we're in the failure hill. We'll head to Iron Hearth probably after that, but anyway. Surprised I'm not being ambushed or anything. There we go. Oh, the Baron. Through the Baron turret and rest is kicked up with the Eater Storm to make out the shifting silhouettes of a small group ahead of you. Appearing lightly armed and armored, the group pulls 2 cars in the way. They don't notice you through the maelstrom. Hi. Well, you're pressing the traverse halt when you hail them. With your approach, though, a man to face make that hunger is left them weak. One stepped forward to explain there were scavengers from Old Stone, hoping to trade their haul in exchange for food for their families. Glanced at their goods, revealed they were carrying remnants of bronze and iron arms, likely scavenged from the blade drape. Oh, how do I want to handle this? I don't think it's illegal to take that shit from there. I really wish I saved before this, you know? Because this feels like a dick move, but at the same time, I don't think it's legal for that. We can confiscate their goods. You pronounced the verdict before the travelers realized they were on trial. They were guilty. Yeah, that is right. You proclaim them of unlicensed trade, theft, and unlawful possession of Kairos iron. The sentence for any one of these crimes is death. Mercy. Oh, this feels bad. This feels like a dick move, but shit. So we gained wrath from them. It said I lost wrath, but I gained wrath. Don't know why it does that. Oh, so yeah. So they don't like me so much now. But turn the court. But I gained favor with the court. Because remember, I did do things properly according to the law. Even though I confiscated their goods, I probably should have murdered them. So I did things probably not as best I could have. Also, I have way too much bronze. I was hoping for iron, you know? Like, I'm supposed to confiscate their iron. Where's their iron? What? So here's the thing, I actually want to reload and see if I can do that differently. Oh, can now reduce damage below 1. So crit save tail. Or auto save tail. So we're gonna make an actual save here, just in case. I know I should be done with the video and all that. Cause you know, we has things to do. We has that. We has I'll read that next time anyway. I just want to see what I can do. Promise is this before or after? Before when I first arrived or after I arrived? That's the question of the day, isn't it? Oh, it's before I arrived. Okay. That's unfortunate. Ah, shit. For fuck's sakes. No, wrong person. Just give me the things. Wait, did they give me Barrack's shield before he gave me Barrack's shield? What? Like, huh, I guess because I talked to him. Okay. Anyways. Wait, how did I get the ultra iron? Confused a bit. Because this time I have... Wait, no, I didn't have enough to make the gloves, that's why. Oh. Because I was like, that's not working this time. For fuck's sakes. Yeah, now that's why I didn't have enough. Just trying to recreate what I've done already. Okay then. Did I have the thing? Don't have the thing. Why don't I have the thing? Yeah. Oh yeah, let's see, you had that. Great. I have the bronze, I could actually upgrade it more, couldn't I? Oh yeah, I upgraded that, didn't I? Boop. And then ours for... Yay. Okay. Sigil thing, yay. Okay. So here's the thing. Let's try this again. Since we know what happens, I should have quick saved though, but anyway. So we end up about here. Or it doesn't happen this time. Oh, there it is. So what if we just execute them? So... gained wrath for them, gained minor favor for them. But we gained the iron. So we gained wrath for them, major. We gained minor favor with the court. However, Blended Mark was not exactly happy with that. This time we gained iron though, instead of bronze. I mean, I would prefer the iron over bronze to be honest, so yeah. I could go back to the fucking spire again, which I probably will next time. Yeah. Then there's a message to read again. Cause yeah, it's like, that's a bunch of iron. That's a lot of iron. That's enough to upgrade this and Lantry's thing, but I would need the money, wouldn't I? Which can easily be fixed. That requires the money. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway, we'll deal with reading the Mischief and things next time, because this video's gone on way too long. But yeah. No, no, you had to stick on the way, don't you? Oh, hide. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, it sort of sucks that we had to murder them, but you know. They clearly violated the law. The law states I should probably have confiscated their goods. Which is probably the better result, but the problem is they just get me bronze. I need the iron. So yeah. Which, I mean, he still sort of likes me. Tyranny likes me. Graven Ash loves me. Fortune Rot hates me. This thing, you defeated a powerful enemy. You equipped a powerful artifact. It's fine. Tyranny, it's getting though. Ebb likes me. Ebb also fears the shit out of me. First likes me, also fears me. Barrack really likes me and starting to feel me. And Lantry doesn't even feel me at all. Lantry really likes me. Left's Crossing mostly likes me. The Forge Bound, that's irritating. Right there. Right at the very edge of having that. The Venturing Guard hate me, but the Venturing Guard are mostly dead. We did kick Tarkasari off the spire. I did do that. Bronze Brotherhood mostly dislike me. Which is unfortunate because that melee damage would be nice to have, but... The Unbroken don't really like me now because I did do that. The Disfavored really love me. Scarred Course don't mostly dislike me. Anyway, that's how things stand. We're done for this video. We're going to resave for that video we did because because I prefer the outcome of having 10 iron instead of 10 bronze, because the fuck am I going to do with all this bronze? Like, bronze doesn't really do anything for me, really, because it's like cloth. Well, cloth doesn't really exist, it's all made out of leather, but it's like cloth armor. All it does is give you a bit more recovery. Otherwise, it's not worth equipping compared to leather armor that actually gives some armor to the mages. And then bronze and iron armor. Cause like bronze armor compared to iron armor it's not that great. I might lose more recovery time on iron, but I gain a lot more armor. So it's a trade-off, and I would prefer having iron over bronze, just cause. But anyway, enough rambling, next time. We continue with Barrett's quest, then I'd probably go back to the spire to upgrade more things with that iron we obtained. Then we'll finally get to Graven Ash's place and advance the plot. Yay. Whew. My throat hurts. Too much talk. Anyway, next time.